There are a father and a mother, and a human is born. In other words, there are usually a man and a woman, and they get married, and a baby is born. Like this, they become one family through such a process. Then, they feel affection with the baby without looking for a reward, and they bring up a baby carefully. And the child love the parents without looking for a reward. One unit of the family becomes different special existence with the other family. But there are many cases not to go through the usual process recently. For example, some people don't get married, and they do sex, and a child is born. And it becomes one parent's family. Some people leave a child without responsibility as the parents. Some people get married easily, and they get divorced easily. The children are suffering. In such a case, children have discontent to parents which weren't doing firmly, and sometimes they have a grudge in either father or mother. By the way, the most popular theme of the present American movie is family love. But that reason is in the American family collapse. In other words, America is ignoring the law of the sex. As that result, they get divorced easily, and they often separate families. Because of that, they try to recover the importance of the family. Therefore, they are making that the theme of the movie frequently. When a family breaks up, children can't learn things from mother or father, so they make a defect in the character molding. Then they often try to do sex easily at young age. When they do sex easily, their children become unhappiness, and that children makes their son or daughter unhappiness again. Like this, they are in vicious circle. In such a family environment, children sometimes come to bear a grudge against their parents. But even though children are born in the normal process and a family can exist, many discords happen between the brothers and sisters or the children and the parents. Won't almost all families be so? It supposes that medieval knights are fighting with a sword here. Then, one killed the other one. Then, won't a killed man bear a grudge against the man who killed him? Here, the place of the earth is the place of the compromise of the soul. If a man has a grudge to the other man and died, he must be reborn and must atone. Because God is love, and love is mercy, tenderness, kindness, and peace. So hate and anger and grudge can't be there. Therefore, if the man try to go into the heaven God's kingdom, the man must become the existence of love. In other words, the man who have grudge and hate in the heart must have the heart to cherish others, even if he meets a hateful opponent again. Well, what happens to the ruined knight? He may be sent to God's kingdom, if he was just killed, if he hated no one, if he doesn't carry a crime at all. But if he carries a crime, if he bears a grudge against others, he must be reborn in this world, and he must be reconciled with the hated opponent. For example, it supposes that this ruined knight is reborn, and he became a parent. Then, the knight who killed him is born as a child. It can be occur. Then, the father must love the child without reason, and the child cannot but be loved a father. Like this, both lead a life to find and strengthen a reunion as the parent and child. Like this, God reconciles both. Then, even if they meet in the next life, they never hate each other anymore. Rather, they can meet as the souls which have love. They can meet as the souls which strengthen reunion as his parent and a child at the past life. But in such parent and child's case, the parent has a feeling of hatred to the child in the unconsciousness, and the child is perplexed with fathers being too severe to him, and a parent and child's groove won't be filled up easily. But it has only to be reconciled in the time of the life, because we have a life for that. Like this, because of memory of a former life in the bottom of consciousness, they have a feeling of hatred in the unconsciousness to the parents or children. It supposes that a certain man trifled with a woman by love affair. He doesn't love her, and he only made her the target of the sex. There are such many cases in the present day. Possibly that woman may keep bearing a grudge against that man in the life. Then, such a thing may happen. When that woman becomes a mother at the next life, that man is reborn as her son. The man wanted only sex comes to keep loving her earnestly and looking for her love. Without see the woman as the sex object. That mother loves a child as a son, but she may have an unconscious feeling of hatred to the son. Such may appear in the form of a grandmother and a grandchild, or the brother and the sister, not always between a parent and a child. This child will never presume a grandmother and mother, an older sister and a younger sister and a daughter the object of the sex anymore. He exceeded sex, and he comes to love them, not to put us in a such restart. A man, a woman, must not see the opposite sex as an object of the sex. Of course, human beings' relations aren't so simple as that. Moreover, some people is reborn in the earth no less than several hundred times. It supposes that there is a person who killed you at former life. But it has possibility that the killer was killed by you, more at that past. Therefore, the opponent might bear a grudge against you before you bore a grudge against the opponent. Then, those two people had already been reconciled in one life. And they may have already shared the bond of love. When a family is constructed, God doesn't always combine only the people who fought against each other at the past life. It is because that person may not be able to be reconciled with the family if all of the family are former enemies when that person restarts again. Because of that, the one who helps that person is being included into the family. So, that person may be able to repair the life, and may have the growth of the soulmate. When parents see their baby, who has been just newborn, they feel the affection which can't be expressed to the word to the baby. It must be because they were united in the former life with a deep affection. Everyone may sympathize with this. It is by the above reason. Sometimes there is a person of the relations like an enemy. Moreover, the person of the relations like a friend is in the family. We meet various people in the life. Sorry to say, we may see evils than good people at the present day. Still, we must not do something that they are disgusted to each one, in every time. And we must not leave a grudge to someone all through our life. Especially, if you have hatred to the family or the familiar person, you must dissolve that slowly in the time of the life. And you must be reconciled with them, because God gave you a life to dissolve that to you.